Hey YouTubers, X Factor here, and this could possibly be one of the closest matches that I've ever had on Epicenter, and I kind of want to talk about some of my thought processes and whatnot. And off the breakout, you hope and pray, if you're on the US side, that your team goes A and they push down to B. And look at this nice little spot that you can get on top of this car overlooking D. You're going to get trapped in this little car, so be careful how you position yourself, and you're going to see me fall in that hole right there. That's a bad spot to be. Now, what do you have to be wary of? Your left flank, your right flank, and people trying to knock you off. This is kind of a nasty little head glitch spot. So if you can get there first, and more importantly, if you have a couple friendlies around you, you'll do pretty well there. If you get there first and you have no friendlies around there, you are going to have a very quick death and a trip back to the deployment area probably, because at this point your squad's been wiped out. I decided to push in there. That was a mistake. Two of my squad members were down. Not a good idea. I should have stayed super defensive there and try to survive so that I could be a spawn point for people. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves, and that was just the downfall of my own pet peeve, is when you're playing this squad game, this teammate-based game, and you don't pay attention to when you're the last guy to try to stay alive and go bull rushing a corner, right? So there is a circle jerk that is Epicenter. If you get B and C, they're traditionally going to push A. The key is let them push D and you push the outside flanks. So you push down from B into the road and you push around A, and you make sure you watch the middle a little bit, but you can let them in the middle because it's an absolute death trap, and the rape van bests me. That thing might as well have free candy. Come on inside, kiddies. There is an art to using the rape van. It's all about angles. Obviously, you can shoot in the side window. This little sliver, you can shoot in the front window, and more importantly, you can shoot in the back and the sides. So there's kind of like this angle that you can play with this thing, and it just destroys people. If you think you're taking damage, that was kind of a fade shot where I kept shooting while I was moving back under cover, because due to all the smoke and all the crap, I couldn't tell if there was two guys there, one guy there, but I'm not going to stick my head out and try to figure out. When suppressed, just pull down. Sometimes it's worth getting that extra shot or two, and that nade was a hell of a nade. That was a hell of a nade. It almost got the best of me. So I'm in a nice little position here where I've got shade on my right, and I've just got to worry about this midpoint. I'm sitting, kind of soaking up ammo. The earthquake is going off, so I'm probably not going to hit anything, right? But let's shoot anyway. So this is a nasty angle for that rape van. The only thing you're going to get it with is rockets from that angle. You are not going to shoot at the driver. I just shot the passenger. And smart money would have been, don't destroy it, repair it so they can't use it, right? Always pay attention to the dead bodies around you. Always pay attention to the alive people around you. Feed off of their pushes. If you got 5 guys going to the right and only one going to the left, maybe go to the left with the lone wolf over there. And put the squeeze on somebody. I'm approaching this very slowly, and there's a reason for that, because there's 18 million bajillion gazillion head glitches, and we are not in a good spot right now at all. Good shot by that guy. We're losing. We basically just got A. So what happens is this Zerg, it's like a big circle jerk. They're pushing C. We might be recovering it, but if they push B, you can almost let them have B. Almost. That's a flag that you can trap them in if you can work their back caps, E and D. You want them to be trapped at B, because why? There's this massive ledge above them, and they spawn down below. It is like shooting fish in a barrel. The ledges protect you, and this is something people don't know. You can shoot through those ledges with just normal guns. You don't need an RPG, a noob tube, a skill cannon, any of that stuff. You can just go at it with your M16, AEK, FAMAS, P90, whatever you have. And when you're on the flag with 1 or 2 people, your head's got to be on a swivel, because the spawn point's around this E point. Try to get the revives while you can, and somebody's shooting me from the roof. Didn't expect that one. Your head's got to be on a swivel. You're probably going to get shot in the back. But you know what? You're on the flag, you're PTFOing, or you're supporting the people on the flag. Sometimes you'll notice that I don't go on the flag, because I see there's 3 or 4 people, and I'm kind of keen as to one of the 2 or 3 possible spawn points, and want to protect that, right? Protect the guys doing the dirty work. And I'm assuming I'm getting shot from that roof again, because it just happened a second ago. Instead, it's Taclight Central. So, I'm on their spawn point, and that's what happens, right? It's a dangerous game. They are going to come back for their spawn point flag. There's no questions about it. And as you can see, this is this game is all over the map, and I'm doing what I do best. If you stack perks for long enough, I'm going to give you the old boot. Let's teach good habits, right? So I'm one to always change my perk if I notice it, and if I don't, please point out to me. I'll be glad to do so, because what's the point of stacking perks when some of the most necessary perks are sprint, cover, and ammo, and then probably nades. You can probably get rid of the ammo and go nades if there's good support players, but if not, or if you tend to stay alive for extended periods of time, you gotta have the ammo. So importance for me is sprint, cover, nades, ammo, in that kind of order. And you know, right now I'm just feeling out this map. C's flashing. Looks like we got people on it. I'm going to push D again. I've got people pushing from A, and here's my fail aim. Just a little bit there kicking in. The X Factor aimbot is breaking down a little bit. And it's very important to take this slow and get back up on my little head glitch spot and, you know, feel this out. Get a couple back rages, and that's the nice thing about this spot is they can't get behind you. There's 3 guys there. I'm in a lot of trouble. They can't get behind you, but they got to come around a container, or they got to come around the right side, which is a car, or the left side, which is where I get shot from. I get shot in the back. But that's what I get for kind of extending myself and pushing the line. And know your limitations. Know, you know, kind of set little expectations for yourself. Sometimes my expectation is simply flashing the flag to draw PTFO players back or guys that are map aware. How does that help? And there's that rape van angle. I'm not shooting that thing. There's no way. So how does that help you? Well, if it draws them off an attack just to get back to a flashing flag, that's 2 to 4 people in 64-man Zerg style, and I have no idea where these people came from, but my God, is it a ton. Look at them all. What is going on? So that was kind of the funny moment of this match. Was these guys literally pooped out 5 or 6 guys. My guess was there's 2 or 3 different guys alive from a single squad, and everybody started pooping on them. So we're looking not so good on this mini-map right now, and that's the biggest thing, you know, I can attest to people when trying to figure out how to read a map, is just look at it to get a feel from it. There's so many players that have good shots in this game, that are good fundamental players, but they don't understand the flow of a map. That can be detrimental. You know, a lot of players, they just go out and kill whore every single round, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's their style. That's what they want to do, but they're not team players. They don't stop pushes. They just go get easy kills, or they don't push a flag, or they don't make a flag flash, and that's why you see some of these guys that have, you know, 30 kills in a match, but they've got shit for points. You know, because they don't revive, they don't drop ammo, they don't drop mavs, they don't do the support things, they don't push flags. You know, if you neutralize a flag and cap a flag, you know, that's a couple 100 points right there. That's the equivalent of, you know, probably 4 kills. Maybe it's 250 and 150 between neutralizing and capping it on conquest. That's a lot, right? And that helps your team, those actions. Now, I'm not discrediting the people who want to sit back and watch flanks, because sometimes I do that myself. I really feed off of what my team does in pubs, because that's what it's about. When I'm pubbing by myself, which is literally 80% of the time that I play this game, due to my goofy schedule with the babies and whatnot and the misses, you know, I'm trying to feed off of, you know, player movements, and, you know, my teammate right here is going to cap a flag. I'm going to go follow him. Why? Because I'm a medic, he's a support player, or he's a medic, right? Do that little res train. And even though it's not capped yet, guess what? Free points. 200. Okay? Not bad. But it lines me up for the next push. They have B and C. This is where we kind of want them wedged, is that B flag, if we can put them to that. And it only helps if, you know, we have E. Now, here you see me. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm completely suppressed. My aim is all over the place, and I'm trying to camp on this this med bag to kind of heal myself up, and I need to move a little bit. Everybody and their brother probably knows where I'm at, and I'm going to be eating some grenades landing at my feet. So it's always a good idea to give a different look if you can. I did a back to basics, and look, A's flashing. That's more important than pushing C. And that's something people need to realize sometimes. Okay, you change your mind, it's time to go to C, but if you're 30 feet away from it, 40 feet away from it, and the flag you just took's flashing, go take it. The bleed is ridiculous in this game. And what's the bleed? If they have 3 of the 5 flags, you lose a ticket every couple seconds, regardless if people die or not. And it hurts a lot. The bleed can basically determine a game for you in a quick manner. The other day, I made a Magnum only, knife only with a U Gamer group, and we rocked the bleed on them. it was a 5-minute match because we had 2 of the 3 flags the entire time. The next match, it was tooth and nail. It was a 15-minute match. So, you know, it just goes to show how important the bleed is. And, you know, the supports are doing what they need to do here, dropping ammo. I'm going to drop a med kit. Med kits are, you know, medics are dropping med kits. So we got them in that B corner. We're actually looking really good here. Again, back to my little post. And you can't get on top of this container, but that E wall, there are so many head glitch spots, but you can shoot through that. Don't forget, if a guy's got a beat on you, don't try to knock out the wall. By the time you knock out the wall, he's going to kill you. But if you cover, knock off the suppression, peek back, I'm in trouble here, and then shoot him, that's not a bad situation. Look at that. Look at that. I rushed. Shouldn't have been. He's hiding in the rubble there. I should have known better. I should have slowed down. So, not a horrible start, and our team's doing pretty good. And look at that. It's tied 130 apiece. Now, here's where I decide to spawn A. No one else is really there. So, usually I pick the flag that has the least amount of people, and I'll spawn there. E had a boatload and a half. D's kind of in the middle map. You can get there from A and E pretty easily with very little threat. And I want to keep them boxed in to B and C. And what do you notice here? They're kind of out killing our burn. We've had the 3 flag hold now for probably a minute, and they're simply out killing it. So that's... I tried defib a guy. That definitely did not work. That was like a panic defib, actually. And checking back by the piggies, lo and behold, we got all these guys coming from B. And that's the thing you have to be worried about, is when you don't have B, they can come back alley, back street, and as you see red dots to my front, my left there, they can come back there and just back rage A and clear you out. So finally, we're getting to rock the bleed a little bit. Our guys, you know, we aren't dying as fast. And that's another tip, is when you have the bleed, slow down. They got to come to you, right? If you have the bleed and you have a couple flags, get super defensive. Get some free defensive kills. I think a lot of people forget about the defensive points associated with killing within a cap area, right? It's quite a little bonus. And you know where they need to be. So if they got, you know, if you got 3 flags, that's helping your team, and it's free kills. And trying to back rage the other rhino or whatever it's called. And of course take it. Because if it's out of their hands, it's not killing our guys. And that back gun, one of the guns, what is it? This one that's got the grenade launching gun. It's kind of gross. I don't think my teammates realize that. We're on the same team, bro. So now we're on the bleed, and we've got a little bit of a ticket lead, but not much. And this is kind of a dumb move. This guy's kind of spamming his stuff. We're okay. Nades everywhere. Drop down a health pack. Throw a nade, and now they're in it. And, you know, this was kind of a dumb move. I could have played that differently, but kind of using this to bait kills, to be honest with you, hoping people jump in that gun, because it's already hurt, and trying to kill the rhino, but the whole screen is shaking. They kill our beep, beep, jeep, jeep. So we're down to 1 flag, getting revived here, and, you know, you got in situations like this, you almost have to push forward. Be a meat shield. Take a loss for your team and prioritize targets. Obviously, the guy's name is Jihad Jeeps in the Jeep. That's funny. You got to prioritize targets. That rhino can mess people up. That's a stationary gun that is not going to get suppressed, right? And it hurts. It really hurts. So, you know, looking at this, it's a tie ball game right now. And actually, we're down. So this is not looking promising, and I need to make a push. And more importantly, defend what we have. If I think we're losing a flag, I'm going to stay tight. And right here is a perfect example of sometimes it's just good to just turtle up on a flag that you may have and play a little revive train with your teammates and try to help them out. And again, if you're fully suppressed from that angle, from that range, just pull down and just drop the hammer. Maybe 1 or 2 tiny bursts, and that was a dummy revive. I should not have revived him because I figured there was more than 2 guys there. If I die in the process, it wasn't a good revive. I should have hugged the container there just a little bit more. I shouldn't have peeked that, knowing there's a whole bunch of people over there. So sometimes peeking is the wrong thing to do, right? Make them come to you because you got the burn. So sometimes I got to, you know, execute what I preach. And I'm in bad shape here, but I'm delaying people. keeping them from the burn. I don't care if I get revived and die 10 times in a row. If they don't get past me and my teammate, we did our job. And guess what? I'm going to get a spawn off an A. That's my thought process. I'm watching that clock, hit spacebar, spawn in, throw a grenade, because this burn radius is really small, and hopefully you kill a couple people. There you go. There's your grenade. Probably didn't stop everybody, but what should have these guys done? Stay on the burn. Because we're going to win this bad boy. So they got A. Our team pulled off another point. And not too bad. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed this, because it's been a while since I've done a thought process video. And if so, don't forget about the old thumbs up. And shout out to Comby McBeards, dropping 8,700 points. Guarantee you he was pushing points and reviving people. Thanks again for watching, YouTube. Appreciate you every day.